Hello and welcome to this tutorial on the discussion board. In this short video we're going to look at how to write a post, how to reply, and some suggestions on how to formulate your posts and replies. So let's get to it. So to get to the discussion board, here's our home page. You're going to go here to the left to the discussion tab and click it. And once it loads, currently you can see all the different module discussion boards that you can post on. A reminder, please go on your introduction discussion board to post your a little bit about who you are. And you'll see once you click on it, there are some directions on what to do. So to simply make your post, you would hit the reply underneath the directions. Type in whatever you'd like. You'll see some different options to edit your writing. You can scroll down and see a post reply or cancel. So you'll click post reply, and now you'll see your post indented underneath the original directions. If you want to create a new post, go back to the original reply. So to create original post, go to the original directions and reply to the directions. Scroll down and hit post reply, and now you'll see that there's a separation between these two posts to show that they're different. Okay, so what we're going to do, so I'm going to delete these. So you can see I have an option to delete them up in the upper right corner, or edit them. Okay, let's go back to the discussion board. So just click back on the tab. And let's go to the first module, what we're made for. And there's going to be questions at the end of each module. So each module asks you to pray, to read, to reflect, and then to do. And the do, those questions are going to be what you are responding to for each module. So you can click here on the first module, and you can write out your answer. If you like to write it in a Word document first and then copy and paste it into the space here on the discussion board, you can. But I just ask that you don't upload a document. Just simply write your answers in this space here and then click post reply. So what are some things to consider, or what am I looking for in a discussion board post? So the rubrics for both the posts and the replies are going to be in the syllabus. So I'm looking for things such as content. So how well do you know and can show that you know the material from that module? Development, how well do you use examples or a piece of evidence or sources from the module? And that's really important because examples help to clarify and better explain what you're trying to say and show that you know it. Clarity, so how well can you check for grammar, punctuation, you're not ranting, you're actually trying to make a point and answer the question. And completeness, you are actually answering the questions I asked to, and you did it on time. Right? So putting together your post. So everyone has their own kind of style, and there is not one particular way that is better than others. However, here's a certain way that is definitely very helpful and includes all these things in a succinct manner. So I like to call it ACE. So A is your answer. Oops. A is your answer. So basically, what is the answer to the questions? Or what should I say is, what is your answer? So after reading the module materials, how do you answer it based on the materials that we have read? C is for clarify. So how well can you explain your answer? Right? So how well, don't just say that this is what the answer is. Explain it, elaborate on it based on the materials from the module. E is example or evidence. So do you use examples or sources from the module to support your answers? So this could be anything from the reading, the UCAT, any articles or web pages that happen to be in that module, any videos, etc. All right. It's also helpful at the end of your post to kind of finalize things. So summarize your takeaway, perhaps reflect on how it applies to your life. And you might want to refer to your answers on the reflection piece or the reflect section. So again, the reflect section is there to help you. It's there to help you kind of make connections between the material and your life. But it's also helpful, especially in garnering and creating discussion, to maybe include some of that in your post. So you don't have to give your exact answers, but maybe after explaining the answers, maybe think about, well, this is what I thought this kind of may have to do with me, or some of the struggles I had. And I think those will make some great points for discussion in the classes. And you can do this multiple times. Let's say there's 2 questions. You can do it again and again. And part of what I want you to work on is putting it all in paragraph form. And one of the reasons for that is my hope is that this discussion board posting will help you work on your writing, so that way when you have to write a paper, you'll have already kind of worked on how to write a good paragraph. So a good paragraph would have a topic sentence, aka your answer or the topic you're trying to discuss in that paragraph. It's going to have good explanation, so your clarity, elaborating on the topic in your topic sentence. It's going to use sources to elaborate on the topic, and then you're going to finalize with a concluding statement at the end of each paragraph. So in the same way, you can use this model for developing a body paragraph, right? So hopefully this will be good practice. So I'm going to post that, and you'll see that now it's indented. Now, say I want to reply to a particular person's post. So I'll click reply to that post, not to the module directions, but to the specific post. And I'll click on it, and you'll see it open up, and there'll be a new kind of space to write in. And again, the rubrics for the replies are in the syllabus, but essentially what I'm looking for is content. So what are you talking about? Again, are you just ranting? Are you complaining? Or are you trying to better understand, build upon, stay on topic with what is being discussed by your classmate? Clarity, again, are you using clear writing? Punctuation, grammar, and completeness. So did you do it on time, and did you do it for at least 2 of your classmates? Okay, for 2 different posts, mind you. So how could I maybe formulate a reply? So again, there are different ways to do it, but this is one way to formulate it that definitely is, I think, could be helpful. So start by greeting the person. So especially in emails, a lot of times people will just say what they need, but say hello. Again, we greet each other in person, so let's greet each other online. Let's share something that stuck out to us, or we found interesting, or we also enjoyed or agreed with. Okay, so you're trying to establish some common ground, and also maybe establish why you chose to respond to this person. Then you might want to ask for something from them. You might want to ask them to clarify something they wrote. Maybe ask questions to have them further explain or get their more of their perspective on a topic. You can also maybe, in a constructive way, some constructive criticism. So basically, I understand what you're saying, but this is what I found. The difference with this is you don't say, hey, you're wrong. Okay, that's not constructive. Constructive is basically you see maybe a hole in what they're trying to say, and you help them try to fill it. So basically it's a way to help someone else learn, but we do it humbly. All right, we do not so in this case I showed an example of how not to do it humbly. You don't capitalize words or exclamations or bold like we might do in texting or in group messaging. Okay, so we might, to change that, might make it a little bit nicer. And so then maybe you want to, and then you can finalize it in some way. Okay, so that would be a good way to kind of formulate a reply. The replies, each one individually, are less than your major post. But at least this way, you're not just asking yes or no questions. Okay, don't do that. Reason being is when you only ask a yes or no question, anyone can only answer yes or no. Instead, ask open-ended questions. So that way it fosters discussion. Other people can kind of hop in. And I'll be trying to moderate discussion throughout the modules. Right? And then when you're done, you will post reply. And you'll see that the reply will come right immediately underneath the original post, not as a new post with a space underneath or under this one. That's how you'll know it's a reply and your name will be on it. Okay? So that's our tutorial for posting on the discussion board and how to post replies. Again, if you have any questions at any time, you are more than welcome to let me know. But other than that, here's 2 good modules.